Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. I'm Cici, I'm from Moxa, I'm the Product Marketing Manager, and I'm very glad to be your host. Today's topic is navigating the new trends of ARM-based IPC and solving the challenges of industrial IoT. Today we'll focus on the trends and the new roles of edge computing platforms and deep dive into the new challenges that face different stakeholders during the deployment. Okay, I'm very pleased to be joined by two guests today. The first one is Matthew. He's a senior product manager at Moxa. Another one is Rick. He's the founder and CEO of eCloud Edge. And today, Matthew will explore more of his insights from an industry and technology perspective, while Rick gives us his hands-on experience and frontline observations. Before we start, I would like to give a brief introduction into Moxa. We are a Taiwan-based company with over 35 years experience in industrial communications. We are especially known for our leadership in serial communication and industrial Ethernet. But I think many of you may know us because of our networking solutions, but we also have explored and developed our product in IPC for many years. So with that, I would like to invite Matthew first to introduce Moxa's IPC portfolio and also his insight in the new trends.
All right, thank you, Cici. So hello, everyone. This is Matthew Lee. So it's glad to be here today to join this online webinars. So right, Cici, Moxa's IPC has been in the industry for more than decades. Okay, so we are focusing in vertical markets in like energy, like factory automation, transportation, and oil and gas. So such environment that is more harsh and are more demanding for high reliability of the equipments, right? And you mentioned about edge computing. Yes, this is definitely a growing trend. And I think it's because of, more and more cloud computing capabilities are shifting to the edge side. And in terms to make the cloud more intelligent, more and more data at the edge side need to be collect, right, and extract. So that helps the booming of the edge computing trends. And today I would like to take the chance to share a bit of our observations from customers of what they needs and as a trend to share, right? So first, we see customer is looking for not just the performance, but also the balance between power performance and the power consumptions. Okay, let me give you an example. So it's quite common that customers nowadays want to build energy monitoring solutions, equipment monitoring solutions. So one of the main purpose of it is to save energy, right? So with that, when customer choosing equipment or choosing a solution, they will consider, okay, is this equipment sufficient for me, while also having the minimize or optimize power consumptions, especially with the ESG trend being more and more adopted to the enterprises. This requirement has been more common. Okay, so with that, actually we see a thing that customers are more interesting in the ARM architectures. Okay, so this actually matches with the market research report that we've seen, matches the trend. And because ARM nowadays has more and more categories, more and more portfolio, and also with the increased performance that they have, so it can more better matching the customer expectations on the balance of power, performance, and the power consumptions. So this is the first. And second, we also seen that customers are not just looking for hardware spec, but also they're interested in how the efficiency to develop on this platform, the efficiency on software development. So Cici, you're on the front line. You definitely heard from customers. They are asking, hey, can I run this software on the platform? Can I run my own Docker container? How can I easily deploy and make it works? Things like that. Okay, so customers are now also considering how to accelerate their development process, which means that could accelerate their project rollout timeline. And third, the cybersecurity. All right, indeed, in the past, probably the industrial system, they are more in a closed systems, right? It's not connected, so it's fine to not update it, not maintaining. But right now, the devices, the equipments are connected to the cloud, right? To leverage their cloud intelligence, training, and so on. So cybersecurity become a topic. And also on the other hand, globally, the international cybersecurity related regulations and standards are becoming formed and actually adopted. So that makes customer have no choice to really prioritize the cybersecurity. So this is the trend that I see. So we also mentioned about the growing demand on the ARM architecture, right? So Moxa, we actually has a complete portfolio of the ARM-based computer series. So it's integrated with the hardware products, the operating system, and a comprehensive suite of software tools that could help customer addressing the needs on cybersecurity, easy development, and so on. So I'm looking forward to share more with you later on shortly. Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew. I know ARM-based computer have becoming more and more powerful recently, but we also know system architectures and the deploy environment has also become more complex. That's why we have Rick. Rick is the founder and CEO of eCloud Edge, and he works very closely with customers with their testing and deployment. I'm sure he has a lot to share with us. And even though we collaborated a lot during many projects, but I think I would like to invite Rick to give a brief introduction to your company to people who are still unfamiliar with you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rick. So it's our pleasure to be here to share with you about the eCloud Edge. So first of all, I would like to let you know the background of the eCloud Edge. So eCloud Edge is the startup company and focus on the OT and IT integration. So in our core team, we have over 20 years experience for the IT and OT product and marketing experience. By this kind of experience, we develop the new Edge AI orchestration platform to help our customers to seamlessly connect the OT data to the IT system. By the way, we also provide this kind of platform to help our customers to do the Edge AI orchestration. So for customers, they can seamlessly connect the OT data and Edge AI inference and to the IT systems. With our computer and also Moxa solutions, we provide those kind of solutions to help our customers to let them to implement the physical AI applications. So later on, we will share more about this kind of architecture and applications.
Okay, thank you, Rick. Both of them are very experienced in this industry. Well, I'm not as experienced as they are, but I'm also often asked of one question. Whenever we discuss ARM-based computers, customers always ask us, what about Linux development and integration? Okay, so that question I need to address to Matthew first, because as a hardware vendor, I'm sure you must be asked a lot.
Yeah, indeed. So, Cici, this question is definitely a tough one to hardware vendors, right? And not just about Linux development. We also seen customer, they are facing a problem on, okay, how do I maintain the Linux version? How do I do the updates, right? If you don't do the updates, you are facing cybersecurity risk, right? If you do the updates, but someone need to ensure the compatibility of the software, the stability of the software with your applications, right? So this is actually a hidden cost inside it, okay? So with Moxa, we actually not just accumulate decades of hardware design capabilities, but we also invested software R&D team to launch the Moxa Industrial Linux to the market. So this is a Debian-based Linux operating system. So Debian is widely used in industrial market. Even Raspberry Pi are based on Debian, so it's familiar with all the users. And on top of that, you don't need to actually rely on the open source communities to help you do the maintain and do the update. Okay, Moxa, we actually committed to do the 10 years long-term support to this Moxa Industrial Linux versions. So actually, it's way more longer than the standard Debian Linux distributions. Okay, so we actually calculated, right? If customer, they want to maintain their own software, they want to maintain their operating system, just for one version, it costs more than 250 man days of R&D, of testing engineering, and so on to do all the update, fixes, validation, and so on. So Moxa actually, we help customers on all these efforts. Okay, so customer could focus their resources on the software development, and we're saving them from these maintenance effort, but still keep customer software up to date without vulnerability and risks.
Okay, from what you share, I think the long-term OS support and maintenance clearly help to reduce some of the burdens. But beyond the OS level, do we still have some design features or any other tools that can help accelerate the development process?
Okay, yeah, this is also a practical question, right? So when an engineering team, they receive a devices, normally they have to start from, knowing how to control all these interfaces on the platform, right? And then they need to consider how to ensure the stability of running their software on it, and even have to consider how do I manage it, after the deployment, right? So yeah, this needs some experiences. Yeah. So from Moxa, we actually aim to help our customers to have a more easy and convenient way throughout all the project development lifecycle. So from the planning and the development stage to the product deployment stage and to operation and further maintenance and update. Actually, we have a comprehensive suite of software tools to help customer, easy navigating through this other stage. Okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, in the product development stage. Okay, so engineering normally they are quite having a headache when they need to develop wireless connection. They need to build wireless connections. So normal case is that when they receive the devices, they need to know what modules they're using and study its menu, and then step by step, there are dozens of steps and configurations to build up the wireless connection. And when the connection is up, still you need to ensure the stability, reliability of that, right? So probably you need to build a keep alive or failover mechanism, so that you need to have your own script, your own mechanism to build that. Okay, so that takes know-how and experiences, R&D to do so. So for Moxa, one of the software tools that we have, the Moxa Connection Managers, aims to build up to help the connectivities. Okay, so with this Moxa Connection Managers, with its user interfaces, it's just one step. So you can build up the network connection, the wireless connection, no matter what modules you're using, you don't need to care. And within 3 steps that we could build up the failover mechanism from cellular to Wi-Fi or cellular failback to wired Ethernet. So all in this Moxa Connection Managers, we help you to build out this. So you can, as I mentioned, focus your resources on building the software development, then you don't have to worry about on this hardware software integration efforts.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. I think your approach of long-term OS support and also the development tools did go beyond the traditional hardware specs. But however, we all know, right, software development is more complex. It requires a lot of commands and also peripheral integration. I think for this question, I need to ask Rick. Okay, Rick is a founder and the CEO of eCloud Edge. And how does eCloud Edge help together with Moxa with customers in these areas?
Thanks to Moxa, build up such kind of platform. So based on this kind of platform, we can develop our Neo Edge IIoT orchestration platform. So for the Neo Edge, we have 2 major capabilities. The first one we call Neo Edge Central, which is a central management platform to do the configuration and the management for all the industrial PCs to have such kind of large-scale management capability. The second part is our Neo Edge X. It's kind of runtime services. It's run on top of the IPC to provide the local intelligent AI inference to fulfill the customer's needs for such kind of physical AI application. So thanks to Moxa solution, so we can have this kind of capability to combine OT, IT, and transmit the data to the cloud to implement the AI systems. So I think that is a kind of our solution to help customers to seamlessly connect the OT and the IT together.
Okay, thank you both. It seems like the challenges we face in development stage can be addressed with mature solutions. However, completion in development is just a start. Okay, it's not the end. Especially now we face new challenges with increasingly strict worldwide rules for cybersecurity. Okay, and especially in the OT domain, compare with the IT teams, the OT team is less familiar with how to do cybersecurity deployment. For this kind of issues, how does Moxa solve this, Matthew?
Yeah, indeed, CC. Cybersecurity is definitely a headache for OT customers, right? Especially normally they are domain experts. They know how to build applications, control equipment, and so on. But cybersecurity, normally are a bit more unfamiliar to them. And you also mentioned that they have to face it, right? Globally, internationally, more and more security-related regulation are being adopted and actually become mandatory requirements to address. Like in Asia Pacific, we see Japan customers being requested for the JC Star. Okay, in Europe, actually all the wireless equipment, okay, originally their RED certifications had been added the new cybersecurity requirements to be compliant of. Okay, and further on, Europe plan to adopt the cybersecurity requirement to more and more products through the Cyber Resilience Act. And back in Taiwan, we also see for some of the bidding project that we see, okay, the device has to comply or certify by IEC 62443 has been written in the bidding. Okay, so IEC 62443 is international security standards for the industrial control systems. Okay, so with that, how Moxa can help? So actually, Moxa, our ARM-based computer, the UC series, are the world's first computer to be certified with IEC 62443-4-2 Level 2. So it's a world first certified computer. So we actually had some experiences. So it actually from hardware design to integration of the operating system. So we have to follow the functional requirements of IEC 62443 and step by step implement it through the product development stage. So actually it includes the scope of confidentialities, the product's integrity, and also the availability of the system. So around these three categories. So we actually calculated, so if customer, they are facing one security, they need to comply with the IEC 62443. Their R&D at least have to spend like more than 6 months to assess, to evaluate, to develop, validate, and so on, to build up the platform that complies with the security standards. So with Moxa, actually, we helped it already. So currently, Moxa's wireless computer products, they are all complying with the latest RED certification with the security requirements. And also, we're planning to have all our new portfolio to have the IEC 62443-4-2 Level 2 certifications. So which means through Moxa, you can directly have a third-party validated secure platform to develop on top of it. So it's saving 6 months, at least 6 months of your time and efforts. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. With this thing, I also need to ask Rick, okay, because I think beyond the OS and hardware levels, is there any other additional mechanism that we can strengthen the overall cybersecurity?
Okay, so I think that is quite important because today, I think most of our customers are facing the challenge from the cybersecurity. Especially our customers, they have to comply with the regulation from different vendors or different kind of governments. So we build up the end-to-end solution for our customers, such kind of security mechanism. So in the new age, we have 4 factors to help our customers. And the first one is the security standard. So we align with the international standards such like the ISO 27017 and also IEC 62443. And thanks to those kind of solutions, and we also work with Moxa to leverage the hardware design, which is TPM 2.0. So we can store the very important information into the TPM 2.0 chip. And for those kind of regulation for the critical infrastructure, we also can build up this kind of security mechanism for our customers. The second is about the identity. So for the authentication and authorization for both the equipment and the users, so we use the PKI X.509 certificate and also for the MTLS and the NFA. So that is very important for the identification. And third one is about the security. So for those kind of security data transmission, by leveraging the TLS 1.2 data encryption to help customers to secure the data transmission. And the final one is about the access control and the auditing. So we use the RBAC design mechanism and also provide the audit log to help customers to tracing everything happen in the field. And in the end, we also support the security remote access, which is the SSH and the RDP, to help our customers to build the end-to-end solution based on this kind of security mechanism.
Okay, thanks, Rick, for sharing. I think we discussed the development and we discussed the security design, and afterwards we're facing is deployment. When our devices are distributed across multiple sites, to reduce the manpower needed for software update, data backup, and daily maintenance becomes more and more critical. Does Moxa provide any mechanism to help customer to handle all this kind of large-scale deployment?
Yeah, this is definitely a common thing we see, right? During the POC stage, everything runs smoothly, great. And when it comes to mass deployment, and then new troubles arise, right? So handling a few devices, few units, it's easy. Engineers can take care of that. But when the devices need to be deployed remotely, offsite, okay, so every time when it needs update, when it needs troubleshooting, the efforts of coming back and forth, that's substantial. Okay, so as I mentioned, Moxa, we aim to provide a suite of software to help developers, help users on every stage of the project deployment, right? So right now we're talking about the product provisioning stage. Okay. We have a tool, Moxa Swift. It's intuitive user interfaces, UI, having a graphical UI that you can use this tool to directly configure the devices, doing the device setting, and then build a golden image through this tool, and then deploy to multiple devices at once. That actually helps to accelerate and ease the provisioning process to multiple devices. Okay. So when provisioning is done, then products deploy to the site. Okay, it's operating. Okay. Then how we achieve the device management, right? So here comes the Moxa DRM software services. Through Moxa DRM software, okay, you can remote monitoring the real-time status of the devices, whether it's health status, whether it's connection status, data usage status, and so on. Okay, all through your centralized monitoring dashboard. And also, you can achieve the remote maintenance of the device that is deployed offsite. Through remote logging, you can do remote software updates on it. Okay, so that actually eases a lot of efforts on troubleshooting or configuring the devices. So these all device status monitoring and remote maintenance can all be achieved through the Moxa DRM software services.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. I think we already have the hardware device management done, but we all know at the center of the industrial IoT is data. Data also need to be managed effectively, such as integrating different interfaces, converting between IT and OT protocols. So Rick, how does eCloud Edge help customers to do this kind of remote data management and also application level integration?
Okay, so I think from the Neo Edge, we provide the solution is from the end to end, from the data to the AI. So the concept is just like we mentioned about there are three major steps. The first one we call OT data ETL. So we help customers to do the data acquisition through different kind of industrial protocol, such like Modbus, OPC UA, MailSec, or even for the video streaming, the RTSP. So customers can use the device to collect all the OT data, then use the ETL to do the data massage, such like we can have the edge AI inference to do the AI result and combine with our NeoFlow, which is a no-code rule engine to help customers to use an intuitive interface to configure our systems and also for the control logics. And once they have done, they can use the load function to load the result to the IT system, such like AWS IoT core or to the database as well. So that can help them do those kind of OT data ETL. And for the second steps, we call edge AI deployment and orchestration. So for those kind of concepts for the customers, because today AI is quite booming, right? So if you want to have the AI on the edge side, you have to train the AI model on the cloud. Once you have done, you can deploy the AI model to the edge side through the Neo Edge to help customers to deploy and measure all the AI models on the field. The third one is about what we call edge device management. So I think thanks to the Moxa solution, they provide a lot of API to help us to build the complete solution from end to end. So we can monitor all the details about the equipment itself and also for the Moxa device status, such like the CPU usage and the RAM usage, and also for some services health. So that is quite important for us to leverage the Moxa solution to build out the end-to-end solution for our customers to manage all the data flow on the field.
Okay, thank you, Rick. We have discussed already the Linux development, the cybersecurity enhancement and compliance, and also the remote maintenance and management. But all these capabilities must be validated in real-world deployment. So my question is back to Rick again, because ECAL-Edge works directly with customers. Would you please share with us a specific case that illustrates how these solutions can be implemented and what kind of result you have achieved with customers?
Okay, so I think that is quite important because we at the front line. So we engage with customers every day. So today I would like to share one case with you guys. We have these customers are using a Neo Edge with a Moxa IPC. This customer is the equipment manufacturer. So they implement their systems and sell to their customers for the whole nation. So which means they have to manage a lot of equipment on the field. And also, for those kind of applications, they provide the maintenance service. So they sign a service contract with customers. So when customers they are facing the equipment out of service, they will make a complaint call to a service center. So once the service center receives this kind of complaint call, they will send the engineer to the field. But in the past, they have no information from the field. And the other thing is, right now it's quite difficult to hire young talent to do this kind of maintenance jobs. So they also would like to leverage some AI technology to help them to build out this kind of experience into the we call edge AI and also AI agents. So by leveraging our solution, we build out an end-to-end solution from the OT data, ETL to the AI agent for the maintenance system. For example, right now we use Moxa industrial PC UC222A to collect the data from the equipment directly and provide the real-time data through the serial network to the cloud. So which means we can have those kind of real-time data to do the analysis first. And the second, when the customer make the complaint call to the customer centers, the system will automatically identify the customer's equipment status and also combine the historical data. So use those kind of historical data, the AI agent can identify the root cause and make some suggestion for the maintenance engineer. So before the engineer visits the site, they already know something happened there, and that can shorten them to fix the problem. And they also can bring the right spare parts, because sometimes you need some spare parts to do the replacements. So they can have this kind of everything with him and do the site visit. So that can reduce the efforts and the time for fixing the problem. So that is quite common right now today from the OT data to AI agent. So with Neo Edge platform and the Moxa solution, we provide such kind of end-to-end equipment and solution to help our customers to solve their pain point today.
All right, thank you, Rick. Thanks for sharing. So actually, in your cases, you actually, point out how Mox's computer could help our customer, in this case, the eCloud Age, right, to address the end user's need and win the projects. Yeah. So I'd like to take this chance to a bit summarize about what we mentioned, the portfolio that we're offering. So for Mox's ARM-based computer, in the foundation, we have a reliable hardware platform that is recognized by our customers. So all comes with 5 years of warranty, having the wireless built-in capability to also fulfilling the RF regulatories, okay, and having the wide temperature models, even the hazardous location certified models. So that could address, different applications need. And on top of that, layered with Moxa Industrial Linux, so making the entire system IC 62443 certified as a secure platform. And don't forget the 10 years support we offer on the Moxa Industrial Linux to release you from the maintenance updates efforts, but still having the system up to date and avoid from vulnerabilities. And also with the comprehensive suite of software tools that make you easily navigating through the entire project development process, right? Remember, from product development stage, these tools, and to the provisioning stage, the Moxa Swift help you doing the mass deployment. And after the products are deployed, the Moxa DRM software help you do the remote device management things, okay? And still, of course, you can run your own software applications on top of the Mox's computer platform, whether your own Docker container software or even the third-party software like the NeoEdge, right, can run smoothly on the Moxa computers. So this actually summarizes the comprehensive offering of Mox's UC computer portfolio. And today, because of this webinar, I think you should all thank Cici. We have specially prepared 4 models for you to have the chance to really try out, to experience our products, okay? So in these 4 models we choose, based on your application need, you can choose either the most compact UC 1200A series, or if you need cellular LTE built-in UC 2200A, 3400A, or even if your project already required a 5G capabilities, the UC 4000A series already have the 5G capabilities built in. So how to get the products, right? So after this webinar, please fill in the survey form, okay, sending your inquiries of the product testing, and we will have our sales team approaching you for these inquiries.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. It's very important if you are developing, okay, you need to test on the computers itself. But Rick, do you also have any special offers for us today?
Yeah, of course. We also provide a 1 month free trial for our NeoEdge platform. And don't worry, we already pre-certified Moxa industrial PC, so you don't have to worry about such kind of software compatibility issue. So you just select the model and you can deploy the NeoEdge on the Moxa IPC directly.
Okay, thank you both of you for the insightful sharing today. I think we have all learned a lot from your experiences. If you are interested in either Moxa's industrial computer platforms or you are interested in eCloud Edge solutions, please do complete our post-event surveys where we'll provide a limited numbers of hands-on trials. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today. Bye.